Put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain.
I swear it must be Groundhog Day at this point. It's just over and over again. Once again, we are seeing another bit of drama surrounding the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. And it is, again, many of the same arguments, people, and everything around it that we've seen for years now. And with that, I have two things to say, and they seem like they're going to butt heads, but I think that you'll understand what I mean by this. This really doesn't make that much of a deal. It's not that big a deal, but it also is. I know, sounds completely counterintuitive to both points I'm making, but just hear me out on all of it. These are the same damn people, the same angry HOA types that just rebrand every year, that want to tear down something that's been here for over 100 years, who have mostly, or at least a lot of them, moved in, either physically moved in or business-wise moved into the area, and want to change it to their liking, to the same places that they left to begin with. This is the same kind of people as Cumberland Yard, or Care, as we call them, Karens, and now they've rebranded again to, quote, restore our fairgrounds. They claim they're not anti-racing, but they want to tear down the racetrack. They claim that because they're okay with racing being somewhere else, but in Tennessee, with the Nashville Superspeedway in Lebanon, that makes them not anti-racing. It does make you anti-racing. It really does. But they also push the same things with wanting to tear the track down that they've pushed before. They're talking about affordable housing or parking for the soccer stadium, or somehow they're going to save the environment. But let's be honest, this is all a grift and a grab for money. These people don't care about the area. They don't care about the people they claim to be representing. They care about their bottom lines. Of course they do. And of course people around the fairgrounds, a lot of them do, because it is, after all, a business and you want to make money off of it. But this is similar before, but I do think we should take it serious. It's not serious in the fact that it's something completely different, but it's the same fight that we do have to fight off over and over again, both locally and in racing in general. They're going to need about 50 to 60,000 signatures on their little petition to change the fairgrounds charter, to fight to get it taken off completely when it comes to the track. And the local fight is going to have to be there again. People are going to have to show up to meetings. People are going to have to go out there and petition themselves. They're going to have to fight back. And if it ends up coming to a head and they get enough signatures in 2026 at the earliest, they may have to vote back and try and vote this away. These professional activists bank on their persistence winning. They know they're not going to win straight up, one-on-one in one given time. They're waiting us out. They're waiting out the race fan, the city, and hoping that anything from changing business, demographics, or anything else around it, or a fallout with the racetrack, will open up an opportunity. So we can't give them that opening. And I know that a lot of people may say, well, why should I care this much about a track in Nashville? Well, it's not just a track in Nashville. It's not. It is everywhere that this is happening right now. We are in an existential crisis when it comes to short track racing and local racing around this country. Tracks are getting torn down left and right, and very few, if any, are being brought back from the dead or built. If anything, at this point, we're just sort of seeing every year more and more of our big and small racetracks, from the auto clubs all the way to my old hometown with the Rockford Speedway, going away. And this is something we just can't stand for anymore. We can't stand by with any of these tracks. Because yes, a lot of them might be in the middle of nowhere, but growth happens. Booming real estate markets, as a specific YouTuber would say, happen. That's what happened in part to my track. I remember moving into the neighborhood next to the Rockford Speedway. We all knew about the noise. And for the most part, I don't think there were as many complaints as some said, but there was pressure over time to sell. And while they didn't for a long time, it became too much pressure, and especially with the death of their matriarch that owned that track, ran that track forever, well, then eventually, just like with the fairgrounds and the anti-fairgrounds racing side, they just waited them out long enough, not even with big movements, but just waited them out long enough until finally they got their way. And this, again, happens everywhere. Laguna Seca is in battles all the time, and that's one of the bigger, more famous tracks. So you can't let up. And you got to remember something really big here. They're going to build themselves, as all of these different groups do, as grassroots movements, as just a bunch of people coming together for the sake of the neighborhood. And that could not be further from the truth. Again, I will say this is allegedly, because I don't want to get caught before we have the evidence, but we always end up getting it, that big money interests, for instance, like John Ingram, who owns and is an investor with the soccer stadium next door in Geddes Park, which has been a huge part and push to try and get rid of the racing at the fairgrounds. They had him push the destruction of this track for years. And he's held different things and different donations to the city and different investments in the city over their heads in order to make his agenda happen. And now we have other business leaders or members, for instance, like the leader of this one, Mike Kopp is his name. And he's went on, there's articles he's done, interviews he's done about how we need to do this, this, and this to make the area, quote, more beautiful. But again, you didn't see any kind of really uprising or anything else about the soccer stadium. There was a lot of people against it, but they did not have big money behind them. You didn't hear it. It got pushed through. The track has big money now against it. And this comes just in time as in recent months, there has been some movement on Bristol and NASCAR bringing NASCAR changes, as they call it, renovations to this racetrack. It's awfully timely that this is happening when there's been some good news for the NASCAR push on it. I just want to keep that all in your head on that one. None of this stuff happens as mistake. All of it's planned, and there's plenty of money behind it, which means there has to continue to be that push. And again, that goes for every short track around America at this point. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to you. Do you think NASCAR will ever be back at the fairgrounds, whether it be with trucks, O'Reilly, or even Cup one day? Do you think the renovations could happen? We've seen big races. I was at that SRX race. It was a pretty big race. We've seen, of course, All-American be pretty big, but I want to know, do you think we'll get NASCAR there at some point? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're at, leave a like on this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more great and fun NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support. And until next time, have a good one.